All right, Barakah Yahweh, Barakah Yahweh Shai, Barakah Yahweh, Barakah Yahweh Shai, Kal Palaja Yahweh, Barakah Yahweh Shai, Barakah Yahweh Kakadash, Double his elder apostle, a great Milton Woo Will, and salutations to Ankh and put in the truth across the four corners of the earth to the fear and power of Yahweh outside of the hope will let, and who the world inwardly call God is named Yahweh, and who the world inwardly call Jesus Christ named Yahweh Shai. Or the Hebrew Israelite that consists of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indians, and those whose line descendants go back to one of the 12 tribes of Israel due to the scattering among the nations. All right. Now, it's the article or Pauline Hampton, One Nation, or onenation.org, .au, I believe that's Australia. All right. Who, with the World Health Organization, forced into humiliating backdowns. And this has have to do with, remember last weekend, starting last Sunday, not Sunday that just passed, but Sunday, as in like 12 days ago, um, they were supposed to vote, all right, on the, basically, 149 nations giving up their sovereignty right, and who can come in and declare a health emergency, all right? Well, um, they weren't successful, all right? So this is really part of it. It's that as most of you know, the World Health Assembly has spent the 7 day considering Biden's 13 controversial controversial amendment to the international health regulation. It's that official delegates from wealthy developed nations like Australia, the UK, and the U.S. spoke in strong support of the amendment and urged other states to join them in signing away their country's sovereignty. The first sign, however, that things might not be going the globalist way, the New World Order, all right, that's his goal, is to have full control over the whole earth, all right, came on Wednesday, the 25th of May, which just happened to also be Africa Day. Botswana read a statement on behalf of its 47 Afro members saying they would be collectively withholding their support for the reform, which many African members were very concerned about. Multiple other countries also said they had reservations over the changes and would not be supporting them either. These include Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Iran, and Malaysia. Brazil, in particular, said it would exit WHO altogether rather than allow its population to be made subject to new amendments. In the end, the WHO and its wealthy nation supporters were forced to back down. They had not given up, though, far from it. Instead, they did what they always do and pivoted, 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 all right, which was bit on a pivot, all right. So at the request, a new working group was convened to make technical recommendations on a proposed amendment, which will be resubmitted along the pandemic treaties at the 77th Health Assembly meeting in 2024, which is 2 years from now. But the way things is going, we know they're going to move a whole lot quicker than that, all right? So Revelation 12 said he had but a short time, so they're going to come down with that great wrath, okay? But it's pretty much the scripture came to mind, Job 20 and 22. That in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in strait. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. All right, and we're gonna look up the straight. We probably just focus on this one scripture too. All right, depending on how much time I have left. My lunch break. Okay, this is straight in Hebrew.
Strong's H3334. Yatser. Yatser.
Actually, it's Yatadar. All right, Yah Tada Wa. That's Yatadar. All right. The bind be distressed, be in distress, be cramped, be narrow, be stand, being straight. All right, called distress, but deep. Right down here in the strong definition to be bent. All right, because they're having a hard time of trying to get their enterprise going. All right, through the policies. Okay, they're really trying to get this taken off the ground. All right, it's the it's Job 18:7. Let's start 5. Yeah, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. Okay, the light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. The step of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. All right, and we know ultimately in Revelation 17 how the beast gonna turn on the whore with the Americas. All right, they're gonna shoot their missile upon Americas. Okay, where he is cast into a net by his own feet. Okay, and you think about the feet, come to mind in Daniel the statue. All right, the vision. All right, Nebuchadnezzar, the statue. Now we're at the feet. All right, with the iron mixed with miry clay. Okay, with the fourth beast. All right, with daily wound was healed. What's that in Revelation 13? All right, so that's the Roman Empire all over again, with America at the forefront, and NATO and the EU. All right, running it. And he walketh upon a snare. Okay, that's what's gonna happen, man. If the jinn shall take him by the heel, which is actually talking about Yahushua, I believe the brother, only brother Barack went into this one time when we was at camp. All right, and the robber shall prevail against him. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. His strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. It shall devour the strength of his skin, even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terror with Yahushua. It shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it is none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation. All right, and that brimstone is what? The ITB and Mithra. All right, the ITB and Mithra. And Revelation 17 is talking about that. All right, on they can shoot their Mithras. All right, upon America. Okay, they're gonna turn their back on America. Okay, let's go. All right, 12:20. Yep, it's Daniel 8:25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. And through his policy, also he shall call craft the proper in his hand. All right, and he's trying to do that. All right, with the WHO, the WF, all these different the image of the beast. All right, speaking. Okay, and through his policy, he shall cause craft the proper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart with his mind, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, which is Hawashai, but he shall be broken without hand. All right, because he's gonna be broken without hand. All right, because hey, how much Hawashai that he shall not meet the other men. All right, he's coming back as a spiritual, super powerful being. All right, and he's coming back with lasers. Okay, and a ship and a chariot. All right, so that's pretty much it. The gist of it. I might have one more scripture. Let me think. It might be in the same. Um, yeah, this is the last one. It said, Job 5 and 12. I'm just going straight to the point. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. All right, that they're not going to be successful in completely carrying out his everything that he had planned for this new world order. Okay, he is going to be unsuccessful at the end of the day. All right, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. All right, which means that the it's reading NLT. He trapped the wise in their own cleverness, so their cunning scheme or twatted, which means it's broken up and not gonna be successful and completed. That's why we read in Job 20 that he shall be in straight. All right, the difficulty of him getting this thing off the ground. All right, so that's pretty much it. All right, they said the Who forced him to humiliate him back down. So we'll see what happens when Esau come back but we know that he have but a short time, and he is going to come down with that great wrath. And the chipping of the people will be mandatory upon the population of the earth. All right, which is the MOTB, the Quran was spoken of in Revelation 13. All right, so we know these things going to happen. All right, so with that, I want to say Tawadas, Yahweh Shai. With that, Shalom.